Hi, everybody. Professor Z here for, I guess this, if you follow these in sequence, would be the first video that you viewed that I will supplement material. And again, as I mentioned in the announcements, what I like to do is try to give you some sort of resources for, in particular, ALEKS problems. There may be a few discussion questions I may do this for in the future as well, and I'll label those videos as such. But for the time being, and particularly this first unit here, or this first module, you can see on the screen here, I have in ALEKS, the assignment that's set up. Now, I am not, I don't have the ability to edit these, and they're set up before I get the course. So um, we're just going to go through them as they are designed by GCU and particular the math department. So, but what I like to do is I just want to point out to you that you're going to have here, 56 topics to go through. There's an estimated time, and this was again designated by GCU. I will tell you that most of these problems here, and that's what I'm going to address mostly in this video, are pretty straightforward and very much of a review nature. I'm going to assume that most of you probably at least made it through Algebra 2 in high school and most likely pre-calculus, but there may be exceptions there. Some of you, it may be a while since you've taken mathematics and that sort of thing. So, but I think what you'll find is that there's going to be some things that are pretty well straightforward. I'll follow with some specific examples later on, but I just want to give you, an essence, or a sense, I should say, about what this is like. So, you're going to get a problem like this, and I'm not going to, go over it, but, all they're asking you to do here is find A given these values for B and C. And I think that's pretty straightforward. All you're going to do is substitute a 12 and 11 in here and then, perform the arithmetic operations. In other words, subtract 12 and 11 from 29 and get a solution there. Um, so I'll get out of that one. There'll be ones like, for instance, translating, a phrase or plotting points, introduction to order of operations. That might be one that you might need a little bit of a review on, but looking at these, questions like this, you can just pretty much enter this in your calculator and take, the order of operations. If you remember that, I guess that acronym PEMDAS, P for parentheses, E for exponents, uh, M for multiplication, D for division, A for addition, and S for subtraction. So do those in operations in that order. You can see that we have no parentheses or exponents, but we do have some multiplication here. So you would do the multiplication first and get the 81 and then add 5 to it. And I'll just kind of click that button. You don't have the solve button, but I do, and I'll be using it just to check problems I go through, just to make sure we did them correctly in the future. But so you can see that you have some stuff like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to, cut this video off here, but I was just kind of giving you kind of a feel of what's, to come. I mean, there's some really basic stuff here, like for instance, rounding to the nearest 10. Okay, so if you remember your place values here, this would round to 350 because that is the tens column, and we're looking at the 4, and it's, one that which we would not bump up that number. So, and I'm assuming you all remember how to do that. But anything here, with any type of arithmetic, you're more than welcome to go ahead and use calculators to do those types of things. But there's a whole slew of things here, like I said, that are, even something as simple as a checkbook. I don't know if people use checkbooks anymore, or even people know what checks are, but nonetheless, right, we all use credit cards or banking cards and that sort of thing. But, here again, withdrawals, obviously that's money coming out, deposits are money going in. So if you have a balance of this much, and obviously you're going to subtract these two values. in the first one right here, if I just hit solve, you would take this number, subtract the 1,963 and get this value, subtract the 27 from that, get this value, and we're going to add 700 and get this value. So, you get the idea there. It's going to be pretty simple. What I probably will do though is, in the future weeks, there'll be more, I guess, types of problems that might be relatively new to you or maybe more complex. I'm going to go over some of this stuff here with some other videos, after this one here, that deal with lines, because that might be something that you haven't done for a while, and there's a little nuances for certain ALEKS problems. So I'll probably just do one video, okay, one more video for lines, but just keep in mind in the weeks to come, I'll probably have more in terms of an index because some of these problems may take a little bit more time to explain. And so I like to try to keep these videos short, which I probably haven't done so because I tend to ramble at times, and I apologize for that. So anyway, so I'm going to cut this one short. There's your introduction. And like I said, this first module or this first topic here is just kind of a more review nature. And so there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff in here that you're going to be asked to do. As we move through the topics in the future, like I said, it's going to hone in on more specific concepts and maybe ones that you haven't seen before. So those will be things I'll try to emphasize as we move forward here. All right, well, there you go. Have a great week. And of course, let me know if you have any questions or anything like that. Again, I suggest you reach out, email, because those pop up on my phone. I do check the Halo messages once a day, but if you need something a little more time sensitive, email is the way to go. So, all right, well, here we go, and God bless, and we'll see you next video.